Yeah. Yeah. My baby, my Valentine. Yeah, now you the making my temperature dey rise. If you leave me a good time, I swear. You are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Love it, get totally me. I am so obsessed. I want to chop your heart. Never did it back at this feel. Open up, make us feel. Yeah, me love one thing. Me make a bad man sing. Oh.
Pounds and dollars I could spend for your head. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now you my con they carry for my head every night. And you I want they carry to my bed. Oh no no, don't tell me no no no. You can be my partner, never ride it solo no. And we got no one lucky, no need to party wo. I'm feeling what you're doing, no yeah baby, gotta go. Oh, no. Your body they back at me, see. Open up, make I see. And you where they cut my fancy. When they do me, I keep party. Oh no no no
They call me and I want to go, but you got me coming. Why should I be coming early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it spend my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you honey. Like, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need to make I look pity. You won't make us sing to me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body back can make you shake it for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pan. Come and give me show. Rockstar.
If you want make a ginger, give me tea, kokoro. My touch, I be your love. Anywhere I go, just come up with my bum, my love. So they do like ball.
If you want make a ginger, give me the cocoa. My body beat your love. Come make a show you my banana. No, they do like bolo. Yeah. Make a touch upon it. Make a rub, make a love, make a rub, make a touch upon it. Make a rub upon it. Till I go lotion, I'ma rub upon it. Like fine wine, say you sweet when you wine it. Me, I don't feel leave when you wine it. As long as we go there, I'm on a me go pay. Yeah, we go there nice. If we enter the place, I go there nice. I go fiki, I go rewind. Say now me go be the DJ, I'ma feel nice. So, say my party know they stop to the daylight. Before you run, go they shall you make you think twice. If not smoke, you want smoke, say we dey tight. I'm on my love go, say we live nice. Yeah.
If you want make a ginger, give me tea, kokoro. My touch, I be your love. Anywhere I go, just come up with my bum, my love. So they do like ball.
If you want make a ginger, give me the cocoa. My body beat your love. Come make a show you my banana. No, they do like bolo. I be making money, living reckless. You want it, call, you get me, I'm a white love. If them try, talk, then go son. Never go down. We go day nice. If we enter the place, I go day nice. I go fiki, I go rewind. Say now me go be the DJ, I'ma feel nice. So, say my party no they stop till the daylight. Before you run, go they shine, you make you think twice. If not smoke, we want smoke, say we day tight. I'm on my logo, say we live nice. Yeah.
You want me to ginger, give me tea, kokoro. My touch, I be your love. Anywhere I go, just come up with my bum, my love. So they do like my love.
If you want make a ginger, give me kokoro. My body be your love. Come make a show you my banana. No, they do like banana.
If you want make a ginger, give me the kokoro. My coach, I be your banana. My body be your love. I mean, what I can do for your love. All of I go carry your love. They carry juices and no one down. I know so responsible if you ninja. Cause you know your vibe is taking me ginger. I don't make you wine when I put it in ya. Cause you know my style like this is the future. I don't be papa love me, I just be singer. Color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, holla, nigga, you color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, holla, my nigga, you color,
everybody, let's go. Nigga, let's go. To a motherfucking place that you ain't never been to, but keep it on the low. But you can absolutely, positively kick it on the side of the stove. Slipping on that 4-0, nigga, fuck the 5-0 with your pit bull. Don't let them roll around, though. When the pack of the loud, go ahead, you can blow. Ain't a motherfucking noose on the aisle. Already been burnt on a pile. You ain't never ever gotta worry with your motherfucker whoop in the gun to the back of the head of a child. Go wild. Welcome to the land of the colored. All we do is win, never suffer. Ain't no cops in the cover. Where every kid on the block never had a clock. And all families got a father and a mother, but we all living good. Nigga, ain't God good. He delivered us cause he could. But they couldn't bring crack to the hood cause it ain't no hood. Tyrone and Keisha doing pretty damn good. All the kids wearing hoodies, coming from the back of the 7-Eleven with a bag full of goodies. Skittles with a can of Arizona on deck from a black don't store cause we mounted like that. All black Benz cause we got it like that. All black rims cause we got it like that. And we ain't gotta worry about nobody shooting us down cause we don't look suspicious. Ain't no neighborhood watch cause we watch the kids. My mama, your mama, we all related. I'm so elated. Never in a million years would have thought a world like this existed.
Color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, holla, nigga, you color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, color, alley, nigga, color, alley, bitch, holla, my nigga, you color, alley, bitch.
Black love plus black dollars equals black power. Black love plus black dollars equals black power. This is your boy, Black Jesus Minister, the Ecclesiastes 3 Christian. Be sure to subscribe to our brother, your brother, Brother Bakari on YouTube. Brothers and sisters. Peace, Brother Bakari.
Yeah. Believe in me. Grieve for me if I'm gone and carry on your own. You way stronger than you think. Ain't no safety if it ain't safe. Headshot or the base, cut the head off the snake.
What's going on, man? I thank y'all for coming through to chill with me for a minute. I ain't gonna be on here too long. 8 o'clock. Go check out KWAZ Radio with the brother Koku and his panel. Normally Bawana Hagaziki, only from the pro-black perspective. Black Steel, and myself sometime, your brother Bakar. So in other channels you can check out Fullcast Radio. Our matron does excellent readings. And of course, I'm glad you're here checking me out. If I forgot somebody's name, don't blame it on my heart. Blame it on my brain. Like I said, check out the Pro-Black Perspective. He do readings on he do book readings on Sunday. He's also an author, and we need to support that. We need to support the book readings of our matron, and we need to support our authors that's in that's with us, that's ride with us. We need to support them. We need to make sure, that the people out here trying to do positive things is being looked out for, especially, the ones with us. We need to make sure that we are doing our best, to look out for our people, the ones who down Team Black. And if they're down with KWAZ Radio. But what's going on, man? What's going on? I got a couple of things I want to talk about. It won't be long. So let me see. I got to pull up this one from shout out to Tiffany French. If y'all haven't heard of her, y'all should go check her channel out. She's a true Pan-African, and she's good at what she do. So she real good, especially history. Oh man, what? This over here. Well, anyway, I can't even find her. She the name of her channel is just not Tiffany French anymore, I guess. So, and she normally everywhere, and I can't even find her, and I'm subscribed to her. So I apologize for that. But anyway, she was talking about, she said African Americans. Well, actually, she was saying African Americans and all the Africans in the diaspora, and even the continental Africans, while we are fighting and arguing with each other, none of us is winning. None of us. That's what she said. She said none of us is winning. So the name of the channel is Tiffany 89. And she said none of us is winning. And I absolutely agree with that, that none of us, that neither group is winning while we're arguing with one another to see who's the best. Because one thing for sure, we can always fight. What's going on, Sheila? How you doing? We can always fight one another and argue about black people. We got more of this than the next black person. We're always in competition with one another. We're always in competition with one another. But we tend to bow heads when it comes to everyone else. I'm going to play part of it now. I found it. I'm going to play part of it now. And her channel is Tiffany89. What she called it, we need to stop with the foolishness because none of us is winning. And I agree. Y'all let me know that if y'all can hear it or not. Say something in the chat. But how you been, She Loves D? Hey, look, I like our new
Hey.
But I want you to know I like our new women's coach. I think she's gonna do great things there. And I don't think next season gonna be as bad as a lot of people anticipate. Yeah, she's starting over, but I think she's gonna do an excellent job. And once she started, we need to start preparing and keep her from the beginning.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? So I'm coming in live and I'm going to say what I need to say on this. African Americans, Afro Caribbeans, Afro Latinos, and continental Africans, stop with the foolishness. Stop with the damn foolishness because y'all ain't winning. Ain't nobody winning. And I wish this shit that's going on Twitter can stop. I see motherfuckers going back and forth about who oppression was more oppressed or who plantation was better than whose plantation and who in.
You know what? As soon as she started, I have to stop. You know what? I hear that all the time. I had a friend from a brother from Panama, and that one thing that he would talk about, I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Y'all slavery was worse than our slavery, dude. We were still, our ancestors were still enslaved. I'm not arguing to see which one was the worst. Whatever our situation is in this day and time, okay, I'll be through there. She Loves D. Hopefully I get the notification, but I know what time, so I'm gonna come check it out. So arguing about who had it worse during slavery. They did this to us, and we'll say, well, they did this to us, right? So if we went through all that, I just need to play the beginning because that's one of the things. Yes, a foundation of Black American. And you know what? And the thing about it, I forgot. Let me say what's up to those people. I forgot to speak to them. So let me speak their language just in case they're listening. I want them to hear me. Because them and ADOS is always coming on HBCU Twitter talking to us. So let me speak their language for them. And that is anybody that want to come and argue about who had it worse or which group of Black people is the best. Which group of Black people is the best? We are better than y'all. You know, so here they say people coming here taking our culture. There's been a whole film done. And the sad thing about it is if you want to build up your channel, get you a channel and talk extremely negative about Black people and your channel, you can really build your channel. It's a guy right now, I won't even say his name. Every video I've seen that pop up, and I don't even know why it pops up to me. Or maybe I do. Or maybe I need to listen in to address it. One of his shows is if you look at Africans compared to the Black Americans, you can tell they are backward savages. That's one of his. Look at the Africans compared to the Black Americans, you can tell they're backward savages. So now they got a movie or whatever the hell it is, a documentary, Microphone Check, to prove that African Americans started hip hop. I got you. I'm not going to argue with you about who started. Let's talk about who ran it, because we're allowing everybody to run everything, take all of our stuff and run it. They run it. Different people run our neighborhoods and communities. When I say hold your damn money and walk past them, we have people who think of excuses why you should still give them your money. When we talk about HBCUs, we talk about people who are going to find excuses of why you shouldn't go to an HBCU. And I'm talking about people that say they're pro-Black and everything, and how going to somewhere else might be better for them. And the people that go to the HBCU, It's the coon. 10% of black people go to HBCUs out of the 2 million that's in college right now. But yet and still, we still figure out a way. And it's like, that's our job. That's our goal, to look and figure out a way to blame it on black people. So we got a lot of people today, and their goal is we're going to talk negative about black people. That's what my channel is going to be built on. And I'm going to make a lot of money doing it because people are going to come in, people are going to come and donate. I'm going to come in, they're going to be divisive. So when I even played the little monkey video, right? My son say that's me being part of it when I say I speak their language. Okay. But you know what? I have a couple friends that would say they're an FBA. I tell them I don't know why, because they truly don't have that mentality. I have people that would say they're ADOS. I don't know why, because they truly don't have that mentality. But so when I'm saying this, I'm not saying everybody who would say that's how you should identify. I don't know how being a foundational Black American would be. You identify what we should call ourselves, or ADOS. And you have the people who's, Jamaican. We call ourselves, we're all over the board. We Hebrew Israelites, we're Moors, we're everything except what we are. And all of these titles keep us from coming together. All of these titles keep us from coming together. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I had to take care of some stuff. My daughter needed some information. But it went hot. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be.
Like a radio, like 215,
So I'm back. And my thing is, right, so I try not to be a part of it. But they come and they're so disrespectful at all time. All of these different groups. So then, let me tell you, so I've met people from Caribbean, from Jamaica, that didn't like African Americans. So we do have problems, but it's across the board. They don't like me because it's not a dislike because they're from a place called Jamaica and I'm from a place called the United States. It's the problem we have with each other. That's why we will sit back and we will allow, lots of time we allow a lot of our stuff to fail. That's why it was okay with what Ed Reed, Talking Horse, Mr. Ed, that's why it was okay for him to come out and say everything that he said about Bethune-Cookman, and nobody wanted to defend it. But at the same time, the same people that laugh and talk about, oh, look how bad Bethune-Cookman is, they'll turn and try to say something positive about Mary McLeod Bethune, but won't do anything to help the school, just talk negative about it. That's why it's okay. That's why it's okay for everybody. It doesn't make a difference, the race. I saw one brother stand his ground, because this is something that we like to say. It's a difference between an N-word and a black person. And I saw a white guy say that to a black guy on Twitter, and the black guy wouldn't have none of it. Man, I ain't never seen nobody get slapped so many times. But we put battery in these people back when we say that, one, to separate ourselves. I heard somebody say, so then when you look, so now the new thing in the so-called conscious community, Egyptian people, they wouldn't black. That's a social construct. Why are you going to call these people from a social construct of 2024? And I hate to hear the social construct. See, we have gotten so smart where we were doing one of the guys just said, he don't even like being called black no more because it's a social construct. But everything is a social. The only social construct they want to get rid of is being called black, right? So if you get rid of that social construct, that make you the same as everything else. This language we speak in is a social construct. It was forced on us. So in society, people can understand what we are saying, even to the point to where when we were speaking and they couldn't understand what they called Ebonics, they started saying, well, we ain't smart and well, we can't learn proper English. Black people speak Ebonics. And what we did, we stopped talking and we stopped speaking in code where they couldn't understand. We wanted to prove to them that we can speak just like them. The money that we use is a social construct. Are we going to get rid of the money? The culture that we say we have is a social construct. But the one social construct, every time you say it, and I promise you, it has gotten on my nerves so much, where you say black, or that's just a social construct. Shit, everything is a social construct. But we're willing to do that. We're willing to get rid of blackness. Well, white people said you was black in this year or that year. Okay, whatever. Even though I'm not even going through it, but I know it came before then. The words people, black and white, you can look up. I can go through right now and find his name. Well, way before then, way 2,000-3,000 years ago, well, black was an identifier and white was an identifier according to some historians and according to what they say they had written in Greece. But now let me get back to the topic of how, well, I guess I am on topic of how we like to fight each other. Tiffany French, she said, none of us, Tiffany 89, she said, none of us is winning. And I agree.
Who plantation was better than whose plantation? And who ended slavery first before anybody else? Like, this ain't no competition. You know what I'm saying? Oppression is not a competition. Plantation is not a competition. Yes, the Caribbeans have brought about inspiration to the blacks here in America to end slavery, okay? Yes, but don't use that as a competition, all right?
She just said it. She just used the word that I like. She said inspiration. So one thing people here like to say, they're taking our, because they're trying to be like us. They trying to be like us because we started this. Okay. Let's say you started hip hop and you can say Kool Herc wasn't Jamaican, even though we know he was Jamaican. He just happened to be in the United States and it got popular what he was doing. But when you hear him talk about it, he said what he did in the United States was something that they used to do in Jamaica. But I'm not here to argue about who started what and so on and so forth, because it really doesn't matter. Black people started it, and it was black people from the Caribbean and African Americans. That's who started it. So what they call hip hop, what they call hip hop today. So if they trying to be like us, instead of embracing and saying, you know what, that's an inspiration. This is how we can connect with our brothers and sisters, our distant cousins from the Caribbean. And by the way, a whole lot of African Americans, in case y'all didn't know, gonna have distant relatives over in the Caribbean because they brought a lot of them from there to here. It was the intercontinental. That's what I call it. That might not be what it was called. It was the transcontinental. It was the slave trade here in the Americas from the Caribbean to here. So a lot of us, because they took more to the Caribbeans than they did to the United States. So then they brought a lot of them here. If you don't believe me, just look at New Orleans, and then look at the black people from New Orleans. Look at what they know. Then talk to people from Haiti, and you can't tell me then not the same. And I'm just saying through being enslaved, the same from Haiti to New Orleans, right? So now we're gonna sit and we are gonna argue about that's who started it, instead of saying, you know what, we inspired our brothers and sisters. So if we can inspire them with hip hop music, with a so-called hip hop culture that we don't control, but we can inspire them with this hip hop culture. Maybe we can use this culture to inspire change for us as a people, and use this culture to inspire unity amongst people. We know everybody gonna still have their little tribe, I guess, right? That's what I'm gonna call it. Everybody gonna have their little tribe, but we could use that culture so we could cross tribal lines and begin to work together. But that don't pay well on YouTube. So instead of using that saying, let's come together, what we're going to do is we're going to use it and we're going to degrade and belittle black people from other places. So now those black people from the continent of Africa or the black people from the Caribbean, so now they're going to get to the point where they have to defend themselves. And the only thing that has happened is great things that could have happened with creating unity, creating us working together, creating a true team black, creating an understanding why we should hold our damn money in our community so black people can be working together so we could build our communities up instead of always having to leave. Instead of using that inspiration through music for that, we're going to sit and we're going to use it and we're going to push documentaries to keep people divided. But lo and behold, they never say anything about the people over here. They'll call them, oh, they're white supremacists. So for the sake of this, I use the term white supremacist. Y'all know I don't even use that term, and I've explained why. But for the sake of this, one thing about it, you can say they're white supremacists, and then people like to say white supremacy is global. So a white supremacy is global, as y'all call it, white supremacy. Once again, I don't like that term. But anyway, if it's global, that means these people are working together globally, the way they work together globally to enslave us and took us around the world, where you can see the way they used free labor to build up their places, to build up Europe, to do everything. So they used their inspiration for whatever it was for them to work together. So the culture that we have, we're going to use it so we can fight one another. I know what I'm talking about don't pay well. If what I talked about truly interests, it would be more people here. If this paid well and this is something that we were truly into, that the masses of us are truly into, it would be more people checking out channels like this. Or all you have to do is look at the brother Q Butter. And I forgot, I want to start out giving him a shout out. He doing his science fair today with his school, with the Zyx Institute. Michi X is showing it on her channel along with him. But it's something that I noticed. Michi X, if she go live talking about drama, she might have 750 to 1,000 people watching her. But she's showing the Zyx Institute, and she's showing science fair, and you see these young brothers and sisters who's talking about STEM and what they're studying with their projects and all that. She had 45 people in her chat when she's showing something like that. Q Butter, someone who may get up around about 100, 150 people in his chat. I looked at his channel. He had about 25, 30 people watching when we're doing something like that. So if you can find big channels with people with 90,000 subscribers, and then like Q Butter, who got about 15,000 subscribers, when they're talking about something positive, they can go from, in Michi X's case, from 750 to 1,000 down to 45, 50 people. And in Q Butter case, around 100, 150 people down to 25 or 30. It's amazing. So I guess a small channel like this with 620, 600 and some subscribers don't stand a chance when they're talking about something positive. But you know what, though? But my goal is I'm going to still keep talking, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to still, because I ain't just talking this, so I'm going to still continue to live the life that I speak of, drive past these foreigners in our community, because I want us to own and control our community. Our strength is where we live. So that's what we should be doing. But instead of using hip-hop to inspire one another to do those things, we use it to bring division. We use it to always fight. I understand in the hip-hop music in that world, right? It can be used, I know, because everybody was just going over Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. So I understand when they're beefing with one another and they're dissing, whatever it is, it can be, they can do that for fun, the competition. I'm going to prove I'm a better rapper than you. Okay. What's going on, Grandma used to say? But that's all it should be. It shouldn't be, well, you know, they come in here. It shouldn't be all of a sudden now these people who have listened to Busta Rhymes all of these years, now all of a sudden they're searching for everything to knock Busta Rhymes. Well, Busta Rhymes got rich from hip-hop music because people who call themselves foundational Black Americans, I call them the foundational Billy Apes, But the people that call themselves Foundation of Black Americans, who want to fight against Black people from other places, talking about they're stealing our culture, he got rich off that with hip hop. And now all of a sudden, they were looking for everything to drag him. They say he said one time African Americans don't have culture. So maybe, yeah, he should have been checked. But drag him, you understand? No. Nope. But that's what we want to do, because that brings views. And let's take down another Black man. Let's make him look bad. Let's do that. I keep telling people, and they don't understand what I'm saying is, you all the greatest white supremacists, since we're using this term, the greatest white supremacists in our community right now, amongst us, especially right here on social media, is going to be people that call themselves, it's going to be some of us calling ourselves Black. And the reason I say that is because of how we treat one another. We started to do to one another what they did to us. We started to do to one another what they did to us. And I know I was listening to the song Gullah Gullah Island. I love that song by I can't even think of the brother name now. He is from Jackson too, and is right on the tip of my damn tongue. And I know as soon as I get off, I'm gonna come up with his name. Dear Silas, that's his name. Dear Silas. And I know, well, you would listen to that song that said the N-word. You right. It did say the N-word. Excuse me. But listen to the rest of the song, Gullah Gullah Island. He said they couldn't bring crack to the hood because there ain't no hood. Tyrone and Keisha doing pretty damn good. The whole thing is about Black people pick themselves up. Now they're living in a community amongst themselves, and we're taking care of one another. We're looking out for one. That's literally the song. So I talk about this song all the time. And then we always focus on, let's focus on all of the negative. Or let's focus on all these diss songs. But we say we want some positive music. Now that song is a little older. That song might be a couple years old. But still it's something positive, regardless of the N-word, because I don't use the N-word and I don't like it. True, I don't like it. But if you listen to the lyrics of the song, so why don't we want to talk about that? So then we will talk about how white people, see, they got rid of Public Enemy. They got rid of stuff like KRS-One. They only got rid of it because we stopped listening to it. They can't get rid of something that we want to. If we choose to continue to listen to it, we sit back and complain about what they do while we don't do nothing. How is it everybody know the ratchet girl from St. Louis? I don't even like to say her name, so I had to Sexy Red. But don't nobody know Dear Silas. But Black people don't know Dear Silas, Gullah Gullah Island. Why isn't she going to get 10, 20 million views for something like, I can't even think of the name of the song. Thank God I can't, but the lyrics they just here in my head. But how is it she can get 20 million views saying stuff like my coochie lip pink and my booty hole brown, come take me to Pound Town? We complain about it. But while we complain about it, she got so many views because the people that complain listen. But if you listen to Gullah Gullah Island, where they're talking about how Black people is doing good, we got out a Black-owned store because we got it like that. We doing, ain't no crime in our hood because we ain't no crime where we live because we got it like that. Ain't no police brutality because we got it like, why that don't have 20 million views by us? Huh? So I'm going to keep saying it. It's other artists out there, but that song there truly resonates. You can listen to Sarah, SA-ROC. We can listen to her. You understand what I'm saying? There's artists out there that we can listen to. Then there's artists that are going to do both. Dear Silas do a little both. We really don't talk about selling dope or nothing, but, you know, but we don't want to push the positive things. So when I say something, why is it the negative always trump the positive, right? So I'm going to give you some. So, and I know people are going to say, well, that's what you're doing right now, talking about how they bring in division. Yeah, but that's not what I still want to know. Why is them dividing Black? We're already divided enough. How is it now we can have agents of chaos, agents of confusion, whether they're getting paid or not? I said an agent of chaos, an agent of confusion, whether they're getting a check from a government or not. How is it that we allow these people to get so big. Why? Because they did a document. Oh, because they said they're going to get you reparations. Oh, ain't nobody on YouTube going to get you no reparations. Because they can scream, cut the check. So now we can talk negative about all other black people. And then the people that listening, because they want a reparation check or because they want something to be proud of, the only thing you end up doing is fighting one another. So how is it these people can come and we're so naive and gullible where we still follow and listen to these people? Huh? So how is it that we could deal with it? See, that's the same when she was when Tiffany French, her channel Tiffany 89, was talking about arguing and complaining about who oppression, who had it worse. These white people treated us worse than the white people over there treated y'all, huh? Our ancestors was getting raped on both sides. Men was getting hung and lynched. If you tried to build something, they wanted to come tear it down. You had to stand your ground and fight. If you wanted to be free, you had to stand your ground and fight. We had to be proud to be black. You had to house Negro, then you had to feel Negro, then you had to feel Negro, waiting for his opportunity to tell on the house Negro, so he can be the house Negro. It's the same thing, and that's what's going on now. And that's what's going on right now with all this arguing and bickering with one another. Somebody think this one is the house Negro and they in the field, so they trying to get their opportunity to be next to Marshall Moore and Marshall Reynolds. See, we think so little of ourselves and so great of other people. Why do you think if y'all don't think what I'm saying, how do you think a movie like Django can make so much money from black people? What they say, if you say something about, what's his name? They say if you say something about the Jews, you'll get in trouble. Then people get mad because the Jews want to stand up and say anti-Semitism. But the Jews ain't letting nobody make no movies about them. The Jews ain't cracking jokes about what happened to them, like some of our comedians would do, i.e. the ultimate, the great conspirator, Cat Williams. People didn't want to listen when I first told them about him. But then now when you sit there and listen, wow, he's sitting here making fun of black women enslaved, being raped, and that's how they got their way to freedom, where they just said it. But hey, who am I? I'm not a conspirator. I can hear people bullshit from the beginning to the end. All we have to do is listen. And as soon as he did that interview, I listened. But don't complain about the Jews talking about, yeah, this'll happen and that'll happen. Well, they don't let you sit around and talk about them. We allow people to sit around and talk about us. Matter of fact, we do it. We want to be the N-word. Like, I know you're a hypocrite. You were just listening to that song. I know. And if I met Dear Silas, I would tell Dear Silas, look, man, the N-word got to be used so much. But we the N-word, we slaves, we're all of that. We are all of that. But then we turn around, well, you can't say this about the Jew. Don't even say Jew on YouTube. Well, people say the N-word on YouTube. Black people are called slaves on YouTube. Now, everything I'm saying is about black people. But then now y'all scared to say Jew. And this is the thing. I'm not saying doing anything. I'm not going to use, I try not to use derogatory terms about anybody because it really does no good. Because once I finish talking negative about people and use derogatory terms about people, it does not change our situation, right? Our situation, once you finish using derogatory terms, once you finish the derogatory terms, once you finish talking bad about people, once you finish saying how horrible people they are, and then we look in the mirror, listen to our speech, look at our actions. Have our situations changed in it because we chose to do that? It might make some of us feel good because it feel like I'm strong, I ain't scared. It ain't got nothing to do with being scared. The most derogatory thing that we can do, don't use no term. Stop giving them your money. Hold your damn money and shop black. I understand there's going to be necessities. I understand that. But hold your damn money in your community so we can start owning the corner stores. You want to do something derogatory? You really want to bother them? Because saying cracker, don't bother them. Saying redneck, don't bother them. Talking about calling somebody, don't bother them. Saying chink and gook, and trust me, this is not what I don't even talk about people like this really. So saying that don't bother them. It doesn't bother them at all. You want to bother them? Let's take our neighborhood back. Let's forget about the division. Let's forget about we started hip hop and they trying to take ours. Let's get to, you know what? We did this hip hop thing together. The brothers and sisters from Jamaica came here. Yeah, they might have been the leaders out there with the parties and the DJ. But then some of us came along and we rhymed and we rapped. We called it rap. Then they break dance. We had brothers from everywhere. We came and we break dance and we did all that. Then when you look and see your history, you can go back if y'all don't believe me. Go on YouTube and just put in Africans break dancing. Break dancing on the continent of Africa in the 1940s. And you can see them standing around chanting. I can't understand the language because they took my tongue, gave me theirs. They're standing around chanting, getting hype, and they're getting in the middle of the circle, doing their thing. You understand what I'm saying? They're getting in the middle of the circle, doing their thing. That is something that's just in our DNA. So instead of using this to constantly divide, let's use it as inspiration to bring together. Let's use it as inspiration to say, we're going to own our community. We're going to control our community. We should own this store and this store and this store and this store. Because then we'll turn around and say, well, you can't go to Chinatown and own no store over there. But they can come to your neighborhood. Not only do they sell Chinese food, in some places they can pop up with soul food and you still go to them. They're the East Asians. Koreans, you don't know where they live. You can't go there and open up nothing and sell to them what they like, and they come to you over their people, but they can come to our neighborhood and they can pop up and they can open a beauty supply store and we run to them. Huh? We got to organize. We have to organize, have groups that want to be part. I already got an African brother now. People, like I said, want to organize. We can do the corner store. He willing to get his knowledge and he want to be a part. He's already a part of something, right? So he want to do that, and that's what we should be working toward. So we can own some of those gas stations in our neighborhood. You feel me? So we can. But instead, we want to use the hip hop, something that, according to us, has inspired the world, something that have inspired other Black people around the world. But we want to use it for division instead of using that inspiration to bring us together. Sit back. The people that's doing the biggest division can sit back and get paid off you. And people don't understand when I say, man, you got to shut them off completely. I don't give a damn if they gave something good one time. Well, but they did this document. Who gives a damn? But look at everything that came after it, because it's all part of the game. It's all part of the hustle. This is our land. Okay, so if it's your land and people coming here, we need to be working together. We'll say this is our land, but then turn around and talk about how other people in our neighborhood control it. Well, the white people sent them there. The white people told them to open their business in our community. So, because somebody told them to open a business in your community, who told you to give them your damn money? I say, hold your damn money. Who told you to give them your damn money? We're that controlled. We don't have the ability to think for ourselves. We don't have the ability to understand, like, damn, if we own this, it'll be better for our future. It'll be better for our children. Our children don't always have to go out. And when I'm saying our children, what's going on, brother guy? Our children don't have to always go out and search and ask other people for jobs. That's this hashtag Team Black. Who want to be part of Team Black? Let me run my commercial right quick so y'all can understand what Team Black is. Y'all need to understand what Team Black is. These shirts finna be on the mortgage.
Black love plus black dollars equals black power. Black love plus black dollars equals black power. This is your boy, Black Jesus Minister, the Ecclesiastes 3 Christian. Be sure to subscribe to our brother, your brother, Brother Bakari on YouTube. Brothers and sisters. Peace, Brother Bakari.
Yeah. Believe in me. Grieve for me if I'm gone and carry on your own. You way stronger than you think. Ain't no safety if it ain't safe. Headshot or the base, cut the head off the snake.
So everything we do, please, I hope y'all like that. Y'all make sure y'all share this with your friends. Tell them to listen. Understand what I'm saying. Some people say I sound aggressive. I might be. I'm trying not to be, especially with my people. This is how I carry myself. Because maybe I seem aggressive because I was born into a situation where a black man had to be aggressive at all times to show he ain't no punk, but not aggressive to black people. I let the chip go that was on my shoulder, but I still understand that I'm a pit bull and I'm dead game. I'm game bred. I understand that I'm second common. I understand that I'm Entwa de Mela. You understand? I understand that I'm Entwa de Mela. Y'all know Entwa de Mela? Y'all want to hear Entwa de Mela? That's what you're supposed to hear when you hear me, when you see me coming. That's what you're supposed to hear. Entwa de Mela. So when you hear me, I'm roaring. So that's what you're supposed to hear. Right? That's what you're supposed to see. I'm possessive, I'm territorial, and I'm protective. And I want you to understand when I say possessive, no, I ain't trying to control no woman. I'm possessive. This is my neighborhood. I'm going to protect my neighborhood. I'm territorial. This is my neighborhood. Possessive, this is mine. This is ours. Now we're going to protect it. We're going to protect it with our dollars. We're going to keep our money right here until we own this. I understand. So my brother Guy is up here. The last time he came, he was in the chat, but the last time he came on the panel, he said something about being convenient. And I understood exactly what he meant, right? So in the process of him saying convenient, I want him to know that I was not trying to come at him when I was like, no, man, being convenient in an inconvenient world ain't that good. We've been inconvenient. So I want him to know that I wasn't trying to come at him or check him. What's going on? See, everything we have to do, what's going on in Newly, baby? Everything that we do have to be revolutionary, even with your woman, black man, black woman. That's a revolutionary act. Revolution in today's climate, that's a revolutionary act. Dear black woman, you revolutionary. Revolutionary love right there in the chat. That's right there. Everything, it has to be a revolutionary act. Black man, black woman, that's a revolutionary act. And I'm not even telling you to hate nobody. I want you to understand that. You ain't got to hate nobody if you don't want to. And for the people that do hate, they had a right to hate. I'm not mad at them. I had to let mine go because I was taking my hate out on the people that I cared about. But for people that hate, don't get it twisted. I understand why. So I'm not upset because you do. I just say I don't, and I'm not telling nobody else to. It can control you. I want us to be in control. I want us to be territorial about our community. Right? Let's hate the fact that people taking our money. Let's hate the fact that we don't run our community. Let's hate all of that. Let's hate the fact that our children is being railroaded in every kind of way. Let's hate that and fix it. Let's fix it. I was out today. I was talking to some young brothers. I told myself, I'm going to get this information for you. I'm going to get it for you. I forgot. I saw the young brother that I gave him the information about the elevator union being the elevator mechanic. He was like, bro, you said you was going to come through, man. Thank you. You say, actually what he called me, Unc. Somebody said when the young people start calling you Unc, that means you're getting old. But it's a blessing to live to get old. That means I'm still living, but I ain't even old yet. But I'm going to live to get old, right? But he said, Unc, man, I knew you was going to come through. I said, I got you. I said, but you got to talk to them. I can give you the information. You talk to them. You need to know how much it is. Any questions you want, you got me. You got my phone number. You got everything. And we going to talk and see if we can get a group to get 3 or 4 people, black men, women, 3 or 4 inside that elevators union. Why our people don't know about these jobs? That's a revolutionary. So we going to come together. They might not be able to afford it. So it might take about 5, 6, 7, 8 of us to put pennies and nickels and dimes, quarters and dollars together so we can help these brothers and sisters get in this damn union so we can see our young men and our young women at 20 years old, 21 years old, training to be study, pass that test because we know you smart. Then at 20, 21 years old, you out here training on a job, training, making $35 an hour. And once they're training up in 6 months to a year, we can see our people. That's right, bro. RBG, you're right. We can see our young people, 23, 24 years old, that we have helped to put in a position, not because we helped them, but we showed them how. And now they're in a position at 23, 24, making $50, $60 an hour. Now they're seeing life in a different way. So then when we help, who you think they're going to come to if they need advice, they're going to come back home and ask for that advice. This is what you need. Brother, as they call me, because I got the gray hair, they all call me Yo, So they want to talk to us. So I got a couple more I got to get the information to when I send. Because they want to talk to us. But we have to be able to give them something. Just that information showing we trying. And then when I don't know how much it is for the union. But this young brother is 21 years old. He's 20. I think he said 20 or 21. It's a couple of them trying to better their lives, right? Trying to better their lives. Let's help them do it. Let's help them do it. Let us help our youth so our youth can be better. We can't sit back and say our youth is going to be the ones that do something different. But then we ain't out here talking to them. Huh? They the warrior class, but we ain't talking to them. They going to change things, but we ain't talking to them. We still looking, searching for that division. We so divided in every damn way. We divided black man versus black woman. The Africans from the continent versus the diaspora, then the diaspora versus the diaspora. Then we got this general. You know what? I'm going to get the book. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you right now, and it's going to be one day next week, hopefully. I got to wait for my book to come in. I'm not quite sure I can find it. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a book reading of the Willie Lynch letters in the making of a slave. We're going to have to go over that little pamphlet, the Willie Lynch letters in the making of a slave, so we can see whose side we are on when we constantly fighting each other. So we can see whose side we on when we doing generational gangbanging. We can see whose side we on when we in this gender war, when we in this diaspora war. We can see we ain't on our side. We can't win this thing divided. We gonna have to fight together. Economic war. I ain't even have to play the whole thing from Tiffany Flint to get up in this. I know it's on, what is it, about 7:30. My good brother Cole Cool is getting ready to come on at 8 o'clock. So I ain't gonna even get to play the other video that I wanted to play a little bit of it when they was on there talking about the damn documentary Microphone Check. I think KRS-One is Jamaican too, right? So they can't talk about him. His family came here, so he's an immigrant. So that means he would be a tether, right? Oh, 7 Little White Lies. He should have put 2 zeros behind that 7, guy. You got it off Amazon? So when we talk about doing something together, huh? When we talk about us and how we gonna handle this thing, right? Shouldn't be us constantly fighting each other. Constantly fighting each other. Over and over and over. We supposed to be together. It's okay to us. We gonna crack jokes, I guess. Somebody gonna say that's you, cause you want to talk bad about someone that called themselves Ado or something. I'm really not talking bad about individual. Cause like I said, I have friends that say Ado, say they FBA. I'm not talking bad about an individual. I'm talking about the concept of the group and how the group was formed, and it got so much legs because it banged on other black people. It banged on other black people. That's what it did. Alert. There's an alert. Breaking news. Breaking news. Alert. Breaking news. Africans in the diaspora and from the continent has decided to come together, and they are taking the neighborhoods back in America. They are doing what they have to do on the islands, and now they are starting to control the resources on the continent of Africa, and they are working together, and they are becoming global people. But sometimes we see these people. We have to talk to them in their language. Like I said, it's not all. I'm not talking about an individual. But that also go to some African Americans. That also go to some Caribbeans, some the African people. It go to African people everywhere. We just gonna fight. That's what we are acting like. This ain't just for ADOS, FBA. This is for us when we want to fight and just put one another down. Those people need to learn this language. I'm sorry, Grandma used to say it. Because that's what we sound like, fighting each other. I'm going to say this again. I know I've said it 100 times. This finna be 101. Come from a rap song 30 years ago. Called it Blind Leading the Blind. We can't afford to go to school, even though we got the knowledge. Spend our money with, they said Japs, but I ain't gonna spend our money with these foreigners, and they send their kids to college. Now here we are, hoes, dope dealers, and bums at the white man table still begging for crumbs. Let me rewind it. Now, here we are. We can't afford to go to school, even though we got the knowledge, spend our money with them, and they send their kids to college. Now, here we are, hoes, dope dealers, and bums at the white man table still begging for crumbs. That was 1994. 2024. 2024. 2024. We can't afford to go to school, even though we got the knowledge, spend our money, everybody, and they send their kids to college. Now here we are, hoes, dope dealers, and bums at the white man table still begging for crumbs. And if it don't change, 2034, 2044, 2054. If we don't change it right now, is the black people out there doing some good work now? Yes, but we gonna have to connect. We're gonna have to connect nationwide so we can connect globally. We're gonna have to connect nationwide so we can connect globally. And when we see black people doing stuff, the first thing can't come to mind is, oh, they ain't no good. We always searching for the negative in us, but we look at greatness in other people. We search for the negative and the weakness in us, but we search for greatness in everybody else. We are still looking for somebody else to do something for us when we are the ones that have to do it for us. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. It can be done, but only we can do it. It can be done, but only we can do it. It can be done. Taking our communities back, it can be done. When our people come here from other places, they have somewhere to go and they're comfortable living amongst their distant relatives over here, living with their family here, so then they can get this place in our neighborhood with no problems and everybody is working together, huh? Or if we there, same thing. That's what we should be doing. That's what we should be doing. But instead, we want to fight. We want to beat one another up. We're going to get on here. We don't like Oni and Koku and Bawana. They're tethers. Not us, of course. Then turn around, the people that call tethers tend to fight us. Then we're mad. Then everybody is fighting the continental Africa. I don't think they got a friend, even in their own country sometimes. On their own land, I don't think they have a friend that look like them. Newsflash, we don't have a friend that look like us. Newsflash to everybody else in the diaspora, you don't have a friend you don't have a friend. If you can't look in the mirror and see something smiling, you ain't got no friend. If you don't see nothing friendly in the mirror, you don't have a friend. I probably didn't quote it. I ain't gonna say quote the great Dr. John Henry Clark, but that's who I got it from, because I don't think I said it right. But we keep reaching our hands out to other people. You can't ally with nobody till you ally with yourself. But you know what, man? I thank everybody for coming through, man. I'm gonna give everybody. Thanks for coming through. Before I go, I got to play my commercial one more time. But before I play my commercial, I'm going to tell you at 8 o'clock, KWAZ Radio. The name of the channel, KWAZ Radio. That's the team, but he has a channel called that. But his main channel is the Bitter Medicine Podcast. He's coming on at 8 o'clock. She Loves D in the channel, in the chat. She's coming on. She said between 9:15 and 9:30. The reason I don't say anything about She Loves D channel, not that I don't respect She Loves D, because she's great and she know I respect her because I come to a panel a lot. Because I don't want none of these crazy folks over here who hate HBCUs for no reason to go to her channel and other people's channels that's trying to that graduated from an HBCU and trying to uplift HBCUs. I don't want none of these crazy people that been over here to go over there. So that's why I don't ever mention their channels, because I don't want none of the craziness from here to go there. I can handle the craziness. They can too, but I can handle it. So if they got something crazy to say, they can bring it to me. So I don't, that's why I don't, but she has a great channel. What we got, brother guy. But check out the Bitter Medicine Podcast. That's the name of his channel. Check out Guy Nollywood Jr. when he come live. That's his channel. We got the Full Cash Radio. We got Pro Black Perspective. like I said, our matron, she does great readings. Y'all should listen to her. Let's go support our brother Oni from the pro-Black perspective. He has books on Amazon now. He's a pro-Black, pan-African. He's over in Tanzania right now telling us about the continent. He's an author. He's an author. Why aren't we buying his books? Why aren't we buying his books? I just got one. I'm going to get the whole collection. But y'all go check him out. The name of I wish he was here so he could put his information in the chat, but he's on Amazon. Let's support our brother. Now let's support our brother who support us. But I'm glad y'all came through to my channel. Consider Cheeks has a channel. I'm glad y'all came through. Play my commercial one more again before I bounce.
Black love plus black dollars equals black power. Black love plus black dollars equals black power. This is your boy, Black Jesus Minister, the Ecclesiastes 3 Christian. Be sure to subscribe to our brother, your brother, Brother Bakari on YouTube. Brothers and sisters. Peace, Brother Bakari.
Yeah. Believe in me, grieve for me if I'm gone and carry on your own. You way stronger than you think. Ain't no safety if it ain't safe. Headshot or the base, cut the head off the snake.
I thank everybody for coming through one more again. And on that note, I want y'all, well, before I go, I will be live tomorrow with Ogun Dabede. Pi Benny. Well, Ogun Dabede, I got to tell him that. I had some people hit me up. He said, man, look, if he just go by the Bible name, I got to tell him. He ain't going to like it, though. But tomorrow, 3 o'clock, we'll be talking African spirituality. Now, on that note, I want you all to remember, be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love. Second comment is out.